Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines we have for you here. BRICS coalition's on the move. You're going to want to know about it. And how about JP Morgan and BRICS? We're going to get into it. Gary Gensler, we're going to have Gary Gensler in the news. I don't want to say any more. We got a big day coming in just 4 days from now. And it's not just about the Hinman emails. It's about so much more. And XRP's a monster. We're going to prove it to you. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, it's $1.15 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up 0.5%, 26,000 plus for Bitcoin, 1,800 plus for Ethereum. Tether market cap, 83.3 billion plus. XRP, 53 cents and strong like bull. Up 2.2 in a 24-hour. If you have not done it, ladies and gentlemen, there's a free trial going on right now. And you're not going to want to miss out on it because I will shut the door. And look, we know there's a lot of uncertainty in this market, but let me tell you something. We also know that you can't keep up with everything. And that's why the Digital Perspective Mastermind Group is a mastermind group, because there's so many incredible people inside of this community with specialized knowledge. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for you to join this group. Whatever you're looking to become in this space, I'm telling you, the tools you're going to need, you're going to find inside here to help you be that better person before you get out of here. This is an incredible opportunity to click on that link, make the investment into yourself. This is the time when real wealth is made. And I'm telling you, the people in this group are busy getting to it. And they're getting to it together in a way that you've never experienced. Click the link and try that free trial out for yourself underneath the video. Look at this. This is quite compelling here, ladies and gentlemen. These next few pieces of information. The new BRICS Pay and NIPS will be a digital currency payment network. This is the SWIFT alternative non-American payment network. It is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Very quickly, I'll just move through this so you can see. I'm not going to read it all to you, but it does say here the NSRB token used in the BRICS Coalition's network here, in the form of a stable coin, NSRB equals 100 USD, will be the gateway between central bank digital currencies and the BRICS countries, It'll be redeemable for the central bank digital currencies of the BRICS countries. So this is the way it's going to work, just like an ESDR would. But then look at this. This here is David Morgan, who absolutely knows what's going on out here in the digital world. And listen what this investor, David Morgan, says about BRICS Coalition and signing on to the ISO20022 standardized messaging system. Take a listen.
So there is a ISO20022. And this, I think, goes beyond the BRICS, because we hear so much on shows like yours about the BRICS are going to extradite themselves from the dollar, and they're going to go on a gold standard or oil and gold. And they've got, 60% of the world's resources. And I mean, all that stuff makes sense. And it sounds great. But if you look at ISO 20022, it's called a single standardization approach, methodology, process, repository to be used by all financial standards initiatives. Well, that covers everything. That covers cashless society, it covers CBDC, it covers interbank transfers, it covers the BRICS, it covers doing away with the SWIFT or changing the SWIFT, anything to do with all financial standards initiatives. And guess who signed on to that? The BRICS.
There you have it. And, to add more to what he's saying here, JP Morgan and 6 Indian banks to settle dollar trades on their Onyx blockchain system, which is built on Ethereum, by the way. And we know that India is a major member of the BRICS coalition. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and now up to 19 other countries have applied, including Saudi Arabia, to participate in that coalition. I tell you, we are watching something very big take place here, ladies and gentlemen. This is something to really pay attention to. Meanwhile, here at home, we see the U.S. Doesn't need more digital currency because it has the dollar, says Gary Goldman Gensler. Well, you know what? I think this really explains, just as we have said for a very long time here on this channel, that he would be suing the exchanges because it is the centralized bottleneck of how you enter the digital asset space through an exchange. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. And I think it's become quite obvious through all of this that we're also watching what Gary Gensler is doing is a campaign to make the majority, if not all cryptocurrencies, digital asset securities. That's why he says we don't need any more digital currency. This fight is not over, and it makes the Ripple case so very, very important. And on June 13th, we are going to see the Hinman emails. That's what's scheduled to happen. But take a look at all of these things that are starting to fall on the same day. And we have to ask ourselves, is this all coincidence? Because I don't find it coincidental at all. New House Financial Service Chairman Patrick McHenry had let us know June 6th, as well as Eleanor Terrett, that they announced a full committee hearing scheduled for next Tuesday, June 13th, just 4 days from now, the future of digital assets, providing clarity for the digital asset ecosystem. Remember, there's been a bill written as well. Meanwhile, Binance US has sent a message to its customers informing them that their banking partners are preparing to suspend fiat USD withdrawal services as early as June 13th, on the same exact day that we're also going to see the emails. This right here, from the industry source here, can't stress enough, the SEC actively intimidating the banking partners, and that's why this is happening. So now this is also an admission that what we're seeing of the suspending of U.S. deposits is exactly what I said when Gary Gensler dropped that he was suing Coinbase and Binance. You cripple them financially by putting the lawsuit on them, or a Wells notice, or subpoenas. People start fleeing the platform. Loss of confidence. Then you sue them and tell them they have to discontinue services or delist certain tokens. That's happened too. More revenue lost. Then that loss of confidence now puts pressure onto the banks. And you can better believe, I'm sure the agencies had someone reach out indirectly and intimidate the banking partners to the exchanges, saying, you better knock it off too. Right? This is what we're watching happen here. Meanwhile, we are 4 days away, ladies and gentlemen, from the Hinman emails being unreleased. And they must be quite damning because Brad Garlinghouse told us that there is shameful behavior involved in them. And then on top of that, we also know that Bill Hinman's biography has been taken off of the SEC website. That is clearly a move to try to separate themselves from these documents that are about to become public. But this is a reminder right here to stand by, because John Deaton and Crypto Law US weekly live stream from Tuesday on June 13th to June 14th, which would be the 5th anniversary of the Hinman speech, ironically enough. We've had 12 to 24 hours to read the emails, comments, and drafts, and I promise an all-star lineup of guests to help process what it all means. I tell you what, I cannot wait for that day. And here's a list of everything that we're looking at here on Tuesday, June 13th. Shout out to Alexander Grieve here. Financial Committee crypto hearing, Financial Committee Secretary Yellen hearing, SEC releases Hinman emails, SEC exchange definition comment period deadline, SEC has to respond to Coinbase mandamus suit. That's another element in this is happening on the same day. SEC TRO on Binance assets gets decided. CPI print. Buckle up. Absolutely. This is enormous what's taking place here. So we're going to be watching on Tuesday. There's going to be a lot to unfold here. And speaking of a lot to unfold, recently we saw a release of the comprehensive fair market value report by Jimmy Valley, Molly Elmore, and others, and the work that they've put in several models. And you could tell if you look at this thing, they have put an enormous amount of work into this. But recently, last evening, on Mr. I's Trumer's only Twitter Spaces, which is quickly becoming a incredible Twitter space. He was asked, Jimmy Valley was asked, what are your intentions of doing these models? Do you intend to pursue damages going forward? And it's such a great question. Take a listen here.
I mean, does that give rise for damages? Are you like, let's go, Jimmy. Are you just stirring people up, or are you planning to bring a lawsuit?
It's a good question. Certainly, they could be used as a basis for starting the damages conversation. I think because there's 6 models, and you could have experts kind of use those models, come up with their own. It's a good place to start. Our view of what's going on is that the evidence still at this point is circumstantial. We don't have disclosed yet the smoking gun. And I think all of us pretty much believe that once these, what we call the Hinman emails, but it's really all the documents, right? It's the memo, it's the draft of the speech. What were the comments to the speech? Did somebody raise their hand and say, you can't say this about ETH without saying about XRP? And there's a whole debate about XRP. Maybe XRP was in the speech, who knows? Or maybe they were going to sue Ethereum because Ethereum was more of a bona fide ICO. And they were like, Bill, you can't walk on the stage and say Ethereum's not, we're going to sue Ethereum next month. We don't know what's going to come out of this disclosure, but it's something like that would be a bona fide smoking gun. And then you got to deal with issues about, the federal government has immunity from lawsuits, but there is the Federal Tort Claims Act. So if they've violated their duties and conspired to basically act in the manner that they have and cause all these damages, there may be a path to sue, and then maybe we would.
And there you have it. So it really is going to depend heavily on what's in those documents and how much weight it could give to the understanding that there are damages and that there was some malicious intent inside of that document thread in the Hinman emails. I tell you, this is getting good, ladies and gentlemen. Next Tuesday could be straight fire for many, many reasons. However, I come back to this. I come back to the reminder here from Bill Morgan here when he shares from June 6th, Brad Garlinghouse said, it's embarrassing to watch an unelected bureaucrat flail like this to mask the fact that he and his agency don't have the power that he so desperately craves. No one is fooled. I tell you, I don't think you can say it any more succinctly than Brad Garlinghouse did right there. But as Bill Morgan says here, a legal analyst in the community, not the words of a man expecting a bad outcome in a lawsuit brought against him by the SEC. And he's seen those emails. And that's why I'm showing you this tweet again. So going back to what Jimmy Valley said here, there may be a lot of weight inside of that really lends for a forward motion to go after damages of the SEC, maybe through the tort claim. Then there's this right here. You're going to want to see this. This is Calvin from TikTok. Now, I'm not on TikTok anymore, but I can tell you this. Calvin is straight fire, and he's going to tell you just about how strong XRP is, and it's a monster because of everything it's been through and what we're about to do. Take a listen here.
You think that this not being traded in the United States is going to stop it? It is the 6th largest crypto in the world, and you can't even buy it on U.S. exchanges right now. To make sure I'm not lying to you, if I click on markets, you do not see Coinbase here. You don't see Binance US here. You cannot buy this on US exchanges. In 2014, you see the market crashing down. In 2018, you see the market crashing down. These were bear market years. Why am I showing you that? Because XRP was the 2nd largest digital asset in the world in the middle of a bear market. That means it survived 2014's bear market. XRP was the 2nd largest crypto in the world in 2018. That means it survived the bear market of 2018. Last year was a bear market for sure, 100%. Guess who survived it? sitting here at number 6 in its third bear market. You can't even buy it in the United States exchanges, and it is wrapped up in a court case with the SEC. This ain't going nowhere. This thing is a monster.
Full stop, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to S.A. Pete for that one and Calvin for the original clip. That's going to do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. But at my house, XRP's a monster too. I'll catch all of you on the next one.